When I first began my journey to understand how girls think, there was one phrase I kept hearing everywhere. Ignore her and she'll chase you. So I thought, why not try it? I applied the technique exactly how people described it, but nothing worked. No reactions, no signs of interest. And I thought to myself, this is just garbage, probably just another myth people believe in. But over time, as I matured and dug deeper, I realized something important. The phrase itself wasn't entirely wrong. It was just a shallow explanation of a much deeper psychological concept. Eventually, I understood that the problem wasn't in the phrase. The real mistake was mine. I never truly understood what it meant. By the end of this video, you and I are going to explore the real psychology behind how women think, and how ignoring her the right way can actually pull her toward you, even make her obsessed with you. This episode is a crucial part of the How to Attract Women series, so pay close attention, because this stuff goes way deeper than most people think. Now let me ask you something. What's one thing that instantly pushes most women away, yet so many guys don't even realize they're doing it? It's neediness. Now I know you might be thinking, come on, I'm not needy. But chances are, you might actually be. Neediness doesn't always show up in obvious ways, like reading her texts over and over again, calling her 62 times a day, or getting angry every second she's not with you. No, neediness can hide in the small things too, the subtle behaviors you don't even notice you're doing. Neediness doesn't just show up when you get angry if she's not around. It shows up in the small things too, like the way you talk to her, the way you treat her, or how you act when she's nearby. But the clearest sign of a needy man is found in something deeper, his relationship dynamics. Now when I say relationship, I don't just mean dating or long-term commitment. I'm talking about any interaction you have with a woman, whether it's casual, flirty, or just getting to know each other. Relationship dynamics simply mean how much effort you're putting into that connection. How much are you invested in her? Your time, your energy, your emotions, even your money. And here's the truth. The more you invest in her without her investing back, the less attractive you become to her. It's that simple. If you're someone who thinks analytically, let me put it this way. The more you invest, the less she feels attraction toward you. I know, this goes against everything society has taught you. They tell you that if you treat her well, buy her gifts, bring her flowers, and give her a ride in a fancy car, then she'll fall for you. She'll chase you. But let me tell you, that's all a lie. That's not how female attraction works. A woman's biological wiring doesn't respond to needy behavior. In fact, it's turned off by it. Here's the brutal truth about neediness. The more needy you are, the less you get. And the one who's not needy at all, he's the one who gets everything he wants. Women find those men irresistible. Men who don't chase. Men who don't beg. Men who stand strong on their own. Now let's take this even deeper. Why do women instinctively feel attracted to men who are not needy, who are confident, and who are mentally strong? We'll dive deep into that in an upcoming video. But for now, let's go a little deeper into what neediness actually is. Because here's the thing. Mindset is everything. Being needy doesn't always mean your actions are wrong. It's not about what you're doing. It's about the underlying message your behavior sends. For example, if you buy a girl a drink at a bar, or start bragging about your job or your car, you might think you're impressing her. But what you're really doing is signaling that you feel inferior, like you have to prove your worth to her. Now compare that to a guy who playfully teases her, who acts calm, confident, and in control. That guy is sending the exact opposite message. He's saying, I'm confident, I have options, and I'm testing whether you are good enough for me. That's power. All right, now let's break this down even further. Let's talk about the 3 levels of neediness. Level 1, the obvious needy guy. This is the guy who tries way too hard to impress. He buys drinks for girls he doesn't even know, talks non-stop about his job, his car, or his lifestyle, and when he goes on a date, he floods her with texts the next day. He constantly looks for her approval before making decisions. Every bit of his behavior screams neediness, loud and clear. Level 2, the somewhat needy guy. This guy is less needy than level 1, but still insecure deep down. He holds back a little, but the cracks show. If a girl playfully teases him, he gets defensive. He starts explaining himself, justifying his actions, as if he needs to prove he's good enough. Level 3, the zero neediness guy. Now this guy, he's on another level. He's completely confident in who he is. If a girl tells him, you seem like a player, he doesn't get offended. He just laughs and turns it into a joke. Because he knows his value and doesn't need to prove it. This guy doesn't feel the need to prove anything because his mindset is simple. It's not me who needs to impress her. It's her job to prove she's worthy of me. Now understand this. Every time you behave a certain way with a woman, you're sending a message. Your behavior tells her exactly how invested you are in the relationship and how emotionally attached you've become. If you constantly overextend yourself, if you're always available for her, if you analyze every little thing she says or does, then you're sending one very clear signal. You have no other options. And here's the trap most guys fall into. They believe that the more they invest in her, the more she'll like them back. But that's not how it works. In fact, it's the opposite. Here's the real truth. If you show yourself as too available and too invested, she will start seeing you as too emotional, too needy, and too desperate. Someone she only thinks of as a friend. Or worse, she might completely ignore you when it comes to sexual attraction. Women's mindset is very different. They are naturally attracted to men who are confident and independent. Men who have other important things going on in their life. The more you dedicate and invest yourself in her, the more your attraction level goes down. You need to have your own value, your own self-worth, and it has to show clearly through your actions. This is exactly why the concept of ignoring works. When you ignore a woman, she feels like you're not chasing her. She senses you have a life of your own. And here's the thing. If she wants to win your interest, she has to prove her worth to you. When you don't show her that you're overly invested, she naturally starts pulling you in. Because deep down, she knows you already have options. And now, it's her turn to try and win your attention. Understanding this game is crucial. Women are attracted to men who are emotionally independent, men who value themselves. When you keep your emotions in control, balance your life, and manage your desires on your own terms, that's when a woman naturally wants to be by your side. But there's one more thing you need to understand. Neediness isn't just about the obvious stuff, like texting her constantly or pressuring her to spend every moment with you. Neediness shows up in the small, subtle behaviors too. Like when you keep seeking her approval, when you react to everything she says, or when you unnecessarily try to validate her all the time. You're unknowingly showing up as needy. Here's another important thing you need to understand. Subcommunication. Your behavior is always sending messages on a deeper level, a subtext. For example, if you keep giving her gifts all the time or try too hard to impress her, what she actually sees is that you're trying to prove your value, or worse, trying to validate your worth through her. When you do things like that, she starts to see you as too accessible and less valuable. But when you live life on your own terms, when you're confident in yourself, and when you keep your desires in control, your subcommunication sends a totally different signal. It shows her you're not desperate for emotional attachment. And once you fully understand this concept, you can bring a massive shift in your life. Because when you learn to live on your terms, when you start valuing yourself, and when you gain control over your emotions, you won't feel the need to chase any woman ever again. She'll naturally come to you. She'll want to spend time with you because she sees you as someone valuable. Here's the truth you need to remember. Neediness is the most unattractive trait a woman can sense. It kills attraction instantly. Your actions, everything you express, they reflect your mindset loud and clear. When you're emotionally independent, women are naturally drawn to you. You have to show your self-worth through your behavior, not by being available 24/7. Just understand this. When you start living life on your own terms and let go of neediness, you'll notice a shift. Women will start getting attracted to you without you even trying. You'll be able to control your emotions, manage your desires, and you'll never again have to wonder, how do I impress her? And hey, if any of these ideas feel a bit too complex right now, don't worry. In the upcoming videos, we're going to break all of this down so you can apply it easily in your own. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. Drop your feedback in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. See you in the next one. Take care and keep leveling up.